Good afternoon, magandang hapon as always. Today is the 26th of November 2017 and it's about 12:30 even as I speak, and it is almost precisely about a month and 2 days since I last made my video, and I wanted to share to you why you should start your own garden, and two, you I'm going to show you the progress that I have made since I last made my video. But before we start with that, I'm going to show you the property that I'm going to try to develop over the next few months. So this is that property. It's work in progress. It's very slow because I try to um, mix my schedule because I work as a nurse, and at the same time doing this gardening. It's so hard to squeeze it into my schedule. So and let me show you again the Texas sunshine that I always marvel every time I wake up. It's a source of inspiration also for this garden, as you can see. And right here, the woods where my garden sits right next to. And like I was saying, don't you can start your own garden, and don't be afraid to make mistakes like I did. So as you can see here, this is the calamansi that I planted way back, maybe about almost a year, probably sometime in January. And this calamansi or citrus fruit used to what see right there, it was planted there and it didn't grow, and I've been waiting months and months for it to grow, and it didn't grow, probably from too much heat and too much of winter, so it didn't. So I might as well transplant it, and I believe hopefully it grows. And here's the banana plant that I replanted, and it also used to sit right next to it. And ever since I transplanted it in this little uh, container right here, it has grown significantly, and it looks lovely, as you can see. There it is. And like I was saying, gardening is a good hobby because it is therapeutic. It gives you a sense of well-being. It relieves you from stress. That is one big uh, pro or advantage of gardening. It also uh, gives you a sense of creativity and innovation. So in that manner, you feel a sense of achievement. Also, the good thing about gardening is that it keeps you away from the grocery, and in that sense, you can save a lot from your uh, groceries, from your vegetable needs. And as you can see, I have planted um, these boxes. The last time I made a video, it wasn't there. They weren't there. So this is the progress that I made. And over on the other side, you can see that I've also made my own boxes, plant beds. So they're not raised like high above the ground because I was saving on money. And see, that's the progress that I made. So and what else? So that's the advantage of gardening, and saves you time, saves you money, saves you gasoline to go to grocery, and it relieves you from stress and gives you a sense of well-being and fulfillment, and it's very therapeutic. I use it to relieve the stress from going back and forth from work, so it kind of slows me down, and that I enjoy a lot. Gives me a lot of time also with my family. And as you can see, I have planted so many tomatoes here, chilies here, more chilies. In my last video they weren't here, so now they're here. Chilies. There's gabi or taro. More lots of these are tomatoes. Another tomato right there, and more tomato. And I have chosen tomatoes because we use it a lot from in our kitchen, so that's one reason why I have replanted them, transplanted them from, I mean planted them in my boxes, because we use it a lot. And the gabi, see here's the gabi, nice one right here. So I like gabi because they preserve the soil, they maintain the moisture, and yeah, it breaks the soil, it aerates the soil, it cultivates the soil, and makes other plants to grow. This is why I've chosen it. And not only that, they grow pretty quick, they multiply. The more you harvest, the more they grow, I mean they multiply. And as you can see here, I have, these are the food scraps that I have put in my garden. I just throw them away, and because there are some insects flying over it, I'm gonna cover them with grass, which I have over on this side. So, grass, and it's a combination of grass and pine needles that I've gathered in my front lawn. So it'll as you can see right there, so it's a pile of grass and pine needles, and like I said, I'm gonna cover them, that way it doesn't gather insects and pests, as well as flies, although flies don't actually come out in winter. So, and then more gabi. You think that they're dead, but actually they're thriving. And one way to find out that they're alive is they're not dead, which means they're thriving. As you can see here, again, my favorite plant, the gabi. So small, and yet you can see the fruit is big, and this is how small the plant is. So you can just imagine, see how fruitful they are and resilient. See, more tomatoes over there, another tomato here, tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, tomato right there, more tomatoes, tomato. All right, I might have to replace this with another tomato. More tomatoes. You think they're dead, but they're not. They're it takes a while for them to really grow. So see, more gabi here, and then see, some of these tomatoes have begun to take root and grow. See, signs of life. See, not only that, there you could see the dollar signs too. Here's that small gabi. And I like gabi for some reason. Why I'm so elated whenever I see them. And as you can see, I have bits and pieces of egg shells strewn all over. See, and more tomatoes here, more tomatoes, bits and pieces of eggs, okra at the end, right there. There's the okra, eggplant, sorry, tomatoes, taro or gabi, tomato, gabi. They're all over. And see, I have started also my avocados. In the next few weeks, you will note that they will be cracking open like this one, and then eventually it'll grow roots underneath. So, and that is my ampalaya, the ampalaya right there, and then this is the eggplant, my 2-year-old eggplant, and to this day it's still giving fruit, but not as much as it used to, but we'll see. And then here's my ampalaya, and last time I thought it has some fruits, and I harvested it, and this is one of their fruit, newly sprouting, appearing fruit. So, and take note, not all of them will grow eventually. Some of them will die. The one right here. So, and this one too. Here's the chili. Okras. The gabi. I'm sorry, my purple yam. The purple yam, as you can see, is like I said before, they are invasive. They will occupy your property if you don't control them. So, but this particular ube plant or purple yam is gives me a lot of fruit, and I think I've counted about 50. Most of them are inside the plant. Sometimes you have to dig deep inside it. So as you can see here, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5 right here. 5. There's so many of them. There's one right here. 6 and 7. And you can see one right here. 8. Right here. So 8. And there's more inside. You have to dig deep. 9. There's so many of them. And there's more right here. There you go. So right here, over there, see right there, and this one. So I know. So hopefully they grow, and I know what's gonna happen. And more guava, chili, okra, ampalaya here. The last time it just had a little what, fruit just like this one, and yeah, now it has grown this big, and I'm thinking maybe in the next 2 weeks I will harvest that. More plants here, more okra. It also has some fruits right there. See, more gabi, bananas. Here's the avocado, and this avocado, it used to be like this small, now it's this big. My papayas, which I'm gonna transfer in another container. Okras, my rosemary blue that chews away mosquitoes. And you can make don't be afraid to make experiments, because eventually nature will take over. Whatever mistakes you made, they will be corrected by nature. More gabi there, and see another gabi here. Let's see. Good thing about the gabi or yam, taro, is that they multiply quickly. If you harvest them, the more you harvest, the more you will have more plants, because you will discover there's a lot growing underneath, which you can transplant again. So, and here you can see this wasn't the whole the beds were here before, but I just barely started um, putting some fresh seeds now. Some of them have grown. Here's the, and like I said last time, it wasn't here. Now it's here. That's the okra. Gabi, look at them. Look, lovely. And pechay or the cabbage. And chilies, tomatoes. This is the biggest pechay that I have. But this is one variety. There's another variety of pechay. There's also one right here. So see, look at them. See, and I'm gonna cut the leaves, that way some of the leaves that are underneath will still grow, and I can still preserve the plant and have more leaves to harvest. Because I don't want to cut the whole thing, because it'll take a while before it makes its own leaves. So sorry. See, more pechay. Ampalaya. And here's the bok choy, which I have bought from the Asian market. Look at them. They weren't here the last time. It's been like a month already. So, and see, more bok choy. See, here's the mung beans. I have also started the mung beans, and ampalaya and chili. Mung beans. In Filipino, that's mongo. Lots of mongo or mung beans. So that's the progress. Alright. So, and don't be afraid to make a mistake, because eventually it's a learning process. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you can grow your own garden, and we'll see what happens in the next few days. And that's it for now. Have a good day. Bye bye.